Arctic begins to freeze, it's getting cold in Denmark. Here we have some hay laying around, and let me remind you that this is food for the animals you eat, or the animals that produce milk or milk products, dairy products for you. So if this land was used to produce food for like plant foods, then we wouldn't waste so much precious nature. So this is how it goes. But this is, I don't think you can produce anything else than grass here, because it's environmental, like, secured area, or what you call it, I don't know. The good thing about freezing temperatures is that even the mud is frozen in the forest, so it's easier to get around on your bike on the path into the wild. I found this. I'm not sure if it's a shelter or something. It's obviously human made, but I think it will be pretty nasty to sleep in here because it's too small, unless you're like a very small child. Once I had a teacher in elementary school, and he told us, the children, that you should think about the purpose of you being here on the planet. And I think that people tend to not think much about that. They just steer just into their lives and just keep up with everything that is just like mechanically. So once in a while you should stop up and just surround you with what you want to, what you think is pleasant, and just think about what your purpose is on this planet. And I think that it's quite healthy to think about it. And there are a lot of paradigms of how to live your life. Some think that you should be like water bears, just taking one bit of it at a time. Others think that you need to have a long plan. You need to plan into the future, but otherwise you'll just stay in your environment and will not develop at all. I think that you should let people, I think you should guide people to find their own way, but also show which way is a bad way. Also learn from history and stuff like that. That is okay and good. But people are just mechanical robots nowadays. Many people are, and we need to help out to make these people change. Because not all change is good, but if you don't change at all, then you just stay in a bubble and you don't even know where you are, and the next day you might be lying on in your bed dying, and you'll maybe regret a lot of things you didn't do or you didn't think about, or you will regret the things you did because you're just brainwashed to do something you didn't know you did. So it's quite life philosophic, but I'm not sure that I don't think much about what I do, not every day. Sometimes I need to force myself just to relax sometimes, because for me I feel that sometimes I waste my time if I don't have it all planned out. But I think that people need to relax more. It's easy for me to say because I don't have a day job right now. I do some freelance stuff and some projects, and also some. Today the stock markets were closed in Sweden and Finland. Most of my stocks are in Sweden, so I had a day off also from that. So I have time to sit around and enjoy the trees and all the leaves here around me. So that's pretty nice to do that sometimes. And also when we have some light, most people now are just go to work when it's dark and get home when it's dark. It's a bit sad. There are many ways we could change that. For example, a moneyless environment or moneyless society, and we're just so fucking privileged compared to many other people living around just searching for food, or just enough money to get food. We can sit around and just think, I could do this for a month if I wanted. I could if I really wanted. But I also, the strange thing is that people want so many things at the same time, and you can't be everywhere. So sometimes you need to say no, and to some things, and you need to say yes, and you need to prioritize what is the most important for you. So I have some things I need to do, and I have some goals I need to, and every day I try to do a little thing that gets me closer to my goals, and it's that's what you do in everything you. If you're a programmer, you have a big problem you need to solve, you just break it up in small pieces, and then it becomes easy. So if you have a goal that you want to travel more, then you can, and you have a limited amount of money and a limited amount of time, you'll just try to do something every day to create more time for you and create more money. By earning more money or reducing your spending. So it's and you can do the small stuff every day to achieve that. So I don't think you can do whatever you want to do if you're living in the Western world, where you have possibilities and options to do a lot of random things. You have the stock markets, you can be creative, on YouTube. I'm not successful at that, but it's fun to try it out anyway, and I think I've been making videos for many years, but now I'm just trying to do some consistent material to YouTube, and just to try that out and see how that works, and just spreading the message regarding a plant-based whole foods lifestyle, and so it's going vegan, high carb, and I think that gives some purpose, that you say, okay, if I die tomorrow, I don't think I will die in vain. So it's quite nice that you already know that you have made a footprint and maybe changed some people. So that's just nice to know. Try to relax more and find your way.